Hello and welcome to this series of videos where we're looking at the Quantum VWAP Pro indicator and the variants that are delivered with it. And in this case, we've moved away from stocks and we're on the SPY as an ETF, which I'm sure needs no introduction to any of you. So let's see how the MVWAP works with this particular ETF. Just click on the 5-minute. Let's start there. There we go. And as you might expect, it works in exactly the same way. The VWAP is the center line, and we have our outer two envelopes, the upper envelope and the lower envelope. These are defaulted to 1 standard deviation. And what we're constantly looking at is how far the price action is from the VWAP. We're looking at the support that the envelopes will provide or resistance that they will give if the price is moving to the downside. And in addition to that, you will also find that the price will revisit the VWAP, which also acts as support in its own way. It's a magnet, if you like. It's very similar to the analogy I've used in previous videos. Is very similar to the VPOC, where price will oscillate around that level because it's the heaviest concentration of volume. And it's a very similar concept, if you like, with the VWAP, where it's very much price is fair value, if I can use that terminology, if you like. So you will find the price revisiting from both lows and highs in the trend. As it moves higher, as it moves lower, it'll come back down, it'll revisit, and then often continue in the original direction of the trend. And what we're looking for, classic example here, where the envelope is providing that support as we move up through the various phases. It's very steeply rising trend, which is lovely to see. And it just gives you the confidence. And of course, what we're always looking at, we are always looking at the volume profile associated with any move, because volume gives us the trigger. It's our trigger to get in, it's our trigger to stay in, and our trigger to get out. If we're in a strong position, we've been riding an uptrend, and we see some weakness appearing, maybe we're well beyond the upper envelope, and we see some high volume being injected, and really the price not going anywhere, then that may well be a trigger to get out. It may also be a trigger to close out and perhaps reverse if you feel the stock is going to reverse and go down through the VWAP and reverse into a bearish trend. Clearly, that's a separate decision. But those are all decisions governed by the volume price analysis methodology. What the VPOC indicator gives you, it gives you the sense of where the price is in relation to the VWAP. In other words, how much it is overbought, if I can use those terms, to the upside, or how much it is oversold to the downside. Very much terms that I use from the currency strength indicator if you've watched many of our videos from the world of Forex. It's a similar sort of principle, if you like, of moving from overbought to oversold and back again. This sort of oscillation around the VWAP is very similar in that sort of context, if you like. And as you can see down here, we had a very strong bullish engulfing candle. No surprise, therefore, to see this reverse all the way up, and a nice 2-bar reversal there as well. And on up we go, back up to the upper envelope. So the concepts and principles of the moving volume weighted average price indicator, exactly the same. We're on an ETF here, but it could be a stock, and I'll do an index future as well. And it is the continuation of the VWAP itself, which passes across through the various phases into the physical and out the other end into the post. And you'll see that more clearly if we go up onto the 30, for example. There we go. So we're moving through, pre and post the whole time into physical, pre and post into physical, and on we go. But the VWAP doesn't vary, and it just gives you that sense of, well, where are we in the trend? What is going on? What happened yesterday? Where are we like to be going today? So on and so forth. So it's just a complete continuation of what is going on. And of course, what we're looking at all the time is volume. We have this nice rally. We have the volume come in here, but then as the volume starts to fall away, then maybe this move is coming to a pause point, or maybe even a full-blown reversal. It would certainly suggests that that might be on the cards at that particular point. So we're always looking at what is going on in terms of volume, and you can see it here, huge amount of buying coming in under this particular hammer candle, absolute ton of volume. We go into the sideways pre-market, post-market here, and then the market takes off as we move into the session. So it's all here, and it's all governed by the outer envelopes, the upper envelope, and the lower envelope, which give you a sense of how far the price has moved from the VWAP itself, the trend of the VWAP, and therefore how much support we're getting from the envelope, whether we're moving higher and it's supporting, or whether we're moving lower and it's a resistance perspective. But the indicator works in exactly the same way. Just have a look at the hourly over here on all the time frames, and it's just seamless through the various phases of the market as it rotates from the physical and into the pre and post, and then back into the physical again. So it just gives you a very, very clean view of the VWAP, the trend, the angle of trend, and also what has been going on over the last few days. And are we seeing a flattening? Are we seeing a rising strength in the trend, a falling of the strength in trend? Are we seeing a reversal? What are we seeing? You have the whole picture represented for you by looking at this indicator through the prism of a moving average, which is what this indicator is all about. And of course, all of that, part and parcel of all of that, is using it in multiple timeframes, because as I've stressed in many other videos, using multiple timeframes absolutely key. We're looking at volume through that prism, but we're also looking at how the VWAP itself is shaping up. Are we bullish across all the timeframes of interest? Are we bearish? Are we moving sideways? So on and so forth. So I hope you've enjoyed this particular video. Lots more to come. We'll do an index future next, and then I'll show you the MVWAP against the VWAP and how you can use it in an interesting way. So thanks for watching. See you soon, and bye for now.